Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls, Golden What If, whatever you want to call me, and I am back. And this is What If Isagi had a trick shot weapon, the finale. And I wanted to say this really fast. First off, shout out to the boys listening to this on Spotify. Make sure to leave a follow, leave a 5-star rating. And also shout out to the boys on YouTube. Leave a like, leave a sub, stuff like that. And I wanted to say, I'm going to repeat this, but I'll repeat it probably in the next series I do. I'm going to be doing Isagi stuff from here on out, and that's about it. I don't know why I just came to this conclusion for now. Probably for the next couple months, 3-4 months. I don't know how long it's going to be. I just felt like sticking to one anime for myself and for me would be good for me and good for the channel. And I saw my most growth when I was doing that. So that's what we're going to do for a little bit. We're going to do Isagi What Ifs only for now. Maybe in the future I'll even start another channel that does a different anime. Shout out to the boy Nox Zenin now, I think. But he used to be Nox Stratu. He's only going to be doing JJK stuff. And yeah, so I'm following in line with that in a way. So with that said, I hope y'all enjoy. I'm not going to waste that much more of your time. Sorry for rambling on so damn much. And yeah, let's get into the finale. Let's get it. Isagi Yoichi is teamed up with two people he has no idea about, Adu and Rin. He has no idea what they're all about, but after speaking with Rin for a little bit and also with Adu for a little bit, it's quickly obvious that Adu just loves the whole flashiness, the glamour, and all of the above. And Isagi can get behind this. I mean, he's not against it. I mean, he thinks this is pretty cool. And he talks about how he plays with as much style, fashion, glamour, all the above as much as possible. And, well, Adu loves to hear this. I mean, another person on his team that really likes the glamour and the fashion and the style and all that and the glory. Yeah, this is a perfect person to be on his team. And Rin tells them to basically calm down, like chill out and freaking let's just get this over with. And their first match would actually be against Nagi's team, which Nagi's team would be both well, Zantetsu and also Reo. And Nagi wants to go against Isagi extremely bad because of the game they had before, in which Isagi is not against this. Nagi brings up that he wanted to team with him, but it seemed that he wasn't there, and he didn't want to wait much longer. He didn't even think that Isagi would have beat him in here as quick as he did. And with little conversation left over, the game against Nagi's team would eventually begin. Rin would quickly start the game off with a goal himself, and it was obvious that Rin was just levels above some of these people. We're talking about his IQ, his ability to see the game, and just his ability to score and pass the ball was uncanny. And Isagi tells him that with them together, they could be unstoppable, but Rin kind of ignores them, telling him that he doesn't need his help. But Isagi says that he will in a little bit, and he'll want his help very soon. In which he doesn't understand what he means by this, but Isagi doesn't mean that they're going to lose this game by any sorts. Actually, quite the opposite. He's going to show Rin what kind of skills he has. And Adu would be interested in this as well, because once they get their defensive stop, well, Isagi has the ball in his hands. He would take off down the field as Reo tries to pick him up quickly. And they begin to say things, Nagi's team begins to say things that Adu and Rin would be confused about. Saying, watch the trick shot, watch him just shoot off the crossbar, and watch all of these other things. And Rin and Adu would be confused, but Adu would go running into a good position, and so would Rin. Isagi would kick and try to quote unquote score the ball, and Rin would think to himself that was a ridiculous shot. What is he doing? But then as it hits the crossbar, it bounces into literally Rin's lap, right on him. Rin would tap pass it to Adu for a free goal, and when Rin would realize that, yeah, Isagi was dead serious, that this kid's play style, the way he plays the game, is far different than anyone else has ever seen. Rin is impressed but doesn't show this. Adu says that he is fabulous and he's absolutely glamorous, and he wants to see more. What else can he do? And Isagi smirks, and he waves his finger, saying that he'll see in due time, but he doesn't want any spoilers. Spoilers aren't very fancy. In which he would then go back on defense, and they would try to guard Nagi and all of them. Nagi would try to use his athleticism and his ability to control the ball to jump up in the air, taking the ball mid-air from Ryo's pass, and Isagi would meet him there as well. Nagi is a absolute beast on the field, but Isagi kind of understands what he's trying to do, and with Rin there, Rin even helps him even get into the proper position defensively. With all that done, with all that said, Nagi would fall victim to a trap play that Rin would steal the ball from, and Rin would dash up the field. He would look to his left and then his right, and quickly would see Isagi in a perfect position. He would get a pass, and Isagi would take the ball from Rin as he fakes the pass so hard toward Rin that everybody falls for it, basically biting on Rin extremely hard, and Isagi just taps the ball by Blue Lock Man and scores a goal. Rin would smirk slightly and think to himself that this kid, that Isagi, he might be the answer to beating his brother, but he doesn't even say that to him, or doesn't even really think that beyond what he's seeing, because he doesn't want Isagi to feel that he can learn something from him. Because at the end of the day, Rin is pretty prideful, but Isagi, well, he can see that Rin is kind of thinking about the capabilities that Isagi can do. But soon, this game would get out of hand. Nagi's team wouldn't be able to keep up, and Nagi would fall victim to Isagi's unorthodox playstyle on top of Rin's absolute manipulation of the field. Isagi would see the game completely over, ending it 5-0, and Isagi would say that they need to pick up Nagi, to trust him on this. That Nagi has a playstyle that could be very similar to his own, and it could be pretty crazy to have two of them on the same team. And he explains to Nagi that all he has to do is adjust slightly, just a little bit, not anything crazy, just slightly. He explains to Nagi that when he's mid-air, there are so many different things he can do, so many different ways he can play the game, and, well, he'll show him exactly how to do it. Nagi joins them, making him their fourth player, and everyone goes on into the next round, or, well, Rin's team goes into the next round, and Isagi's team, or Rin's team and Isagi go into the next round, but Ryo's team falls victim to this selection of Blue Lock going downward to the next level, which isn't so bad. Maybe they can find a way back up. Maybe they can find their way basically toward this place again. And soon Isagi would be head to head with some familiar foes. These people would include Bachira, Kunigami, Chigiri, and one by the name of Baro. Now, this team is pretty good on paper. Pretty stacked on paper, if that. And the fact that Bachira and Kunigami understand how to basically utilize and also defend against Isagi, it would be pretty difficult for Isagi to have a ton of value in this game. But that doesn't mean Isagi will be useless by any of the stretch of the imagination. Actually, with Aru, a tall person that could definitely feed off of his trickshot passes, with Nagi developing his skills in ball control and entering the realm of trickshotting himself, and Rin and his manipulation of the field, well, this is going to be a hard game for the teammates, or the former teammates, of Isagi. And quickly they would realize this in that game. The game they play against Isagi, they think that they understand him enough to make him null and void, but it seems like his impact stretches far beyond just what he can do. It stretches all the way to what Rin can do, to what Nagi can do, and what to everyone else on his team can do. And they would quickly see this when Rin would do something eerily similar to Isagi, passing it to Isagi via actually hitting the crossbar and missing on purpose. And Rin would scoff at this as he does it, and leading to an Isagi goal. And Rin would say that he never in his right mind would think that he would ever do something like that. And Isagi would laugh as he says that it's fun, isn't it? And it's something that will throw people off forever. They will never know exactly what you're going to do. In which Rin would take this to heart. That's the truth. They will literally never know what he's going to do. They all may think, oh, it's a free goal for him. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. No. They might think he might pass, but he might score. They might think he's trying to score, but he's actually missing on purpose. Utilizing this mystery in his game would just mess with people's heads, and that's exactly what he's going to do against them. They think now they have to deal with a more athletic, a more dynamic version of Isagi, and this version of him can see the field far differently than Isagi can. Yeah, he's not as accurate as Isagi is in terms of just like how good Isagi is at doing his trick shots, and he maybe doesn't have exactly the same finesse as Isagi, but just the threat alone makes it worthwhile for the team that is being run basically by Rin. On top of that, mid-air ball contests by Nagi are even crazier. Nagi mid-air is looking for passes, goals, and even manipulating the ball mid-air differently than he would have normally. And this would lead to multiple scenarios where Nagi can set his team up and himself up for goals, very easy goals at that. And this would be obliteration. Bachira, Kunigami, Chigiri, they would all fall. All of them. And eventually, when the game would be over, when all of it is all said and done, the 4 versus 4 is finished and Bachira's team falls victim to Isagi. Well, Isagi tells him that Bachira will be joining them. That Bachira is dynamic. His dribbling is very similar to the style that he wants to play, and his passing and his ability to pass wherever you are on the field is just as good. And that would be agreed upon. Bachira will join them, and it seems like their victory in the second selection is assured, and all they have to do is play a 5v5. But this 5v5 is against a team of the best players in the world. The World 5 has been dominating people like Nagi, like Isagi, like everybody on the field. They've been dominating them all their lives. They have more experience, talent, everything. Nothing will be something, or nothing will surprise them on this field, and that's the truth of it. Isagi steps on the field with his team, with Rin, with Aru, with Nagi, with Bachira, and Rin would talk all the shit in the world, talk all the smack in the world, saying that he's going to make this a nightmare for them, make it something that they will fear, make it something that they will never forget. This little sightseeing trip that they enjoy so much will be something of traumatic proportions. But that's not the case, because Rin thinks that they're going to be able to more or less beat this team. And the first little bit of the game would reassure that. Quick goals from Isagi and Rin via trick shots that were absolutely beautiful. But quickly, the overwhelming advantage of experience and talent would show when the World 5 would begin scoring 5 consecutive goals in a row, defeating the team of Isagi, Nagi, Rin, Aru, and Bachira, and making them feel like rookies themselves. But with all that said, they finish up, and the World 5 walks away as if more or less this was another day at the office. Isagi's team would be finished in this regard, and frankly, it wouldn't really have much to do with anything. We're talking about a game that they were meant to lose, a game that they were supposed to lose in the first place, and that's fine. But Isagi doesn't like the idea, and so neither does Rin, that they lost this game, a game that arguably they feel they could have won, even though that's really not the case. But they're all greeted by Jinpachi Ego once again, and they're all greeted and told exactly what's going to happen once everybody is shown outside of the second selection. Jinpachi Ego explains something to them. Explains that this right here is going to be make it or break it for Blue Lock. And they're confused. Why is that the case? And he says that the funding of Blue Lock all relies on them defeating the U20 team of Japan. Now everyone's shocked, but the challenge stokes them entirely and makes them excited for the fight or the game against the U20 team of Japan. And Rin sees it as an opportunity to use the skills he's gained and everything he's learned and the teammates now that he's truly acquired. He uses that as an opportunity to take down Saitoshi. But with that said, that is the end of What If Isagi Had a Trickshot Weapon. And if you enjoyed, show some love. Leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment down below. All that good stuff. And for those who love Blue Lock, I'm sure y'all are excited that I'm only filling to do Blue Lock for a while. And for those who don't necessarily watch Blue Lock or watch Blue Lock What Ifs, I'm sorry about the change in decision. I'll be honest, it was either this or I could have done like Demon Slayer or My Hero Academia as the only thing I did. But I decided to do this, especially because it would make it easier for me when because I'm actually doing Dragon Ball What Ifs right now. If you guys didn't know, on the Golden Emperor channel, if you go to the channel, my channel, the Golden What Ifs, and you scroll down, you should see the channels that are featured. So if you want to check out the Golden Emperor channel, go do that. And if you're on Spotify listening to me say this, just type in on YouTube the Golden Emperor and you'll probably find it. With that said, I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all continue to enjoy the What Ifs, and I hope all y'all have an amazing day. Later.